Good morning, everyone. This is Katie Novotny calling in from Premier Marketing. I wanted to thank everyone for joining us this morning. I know that if anyone has called into the office, we had some issues with the weather, so I hope everyone is safe, cozy, and warm wherever they may be. This morning, we are thrilled to have GTL product, the latest one for Home Care Secure presentation, being put on by Liz and Nick from Home Care Genie. What we wanted to do today was we have this product rolling out in various states. Some things you will see that we may not have the e-app up as of yet, but there's a lot of things that are going to be finalized in the next week or so. But we wanted to give you guys the opportunity to learn a little bit more about this product that is in your state, has been approved, and where this may fit in your portfolio. So with that said, Liz, you ready to kick us off?
Great. Thank you so much, Katie. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for the warm introduction. As Katie had mentioned, my name is Liz Christopher, and I am joined by my colleague, Nick Polish. We are thrilled to be with you today to introduce an innovative solution which combines insurance with navigation and advocacy resources. Now, you don't often associate insurance with innovation, but after today's presentation, we hope you come away with just that. A different way to think about insurance and a robust offering to enable your clients to realize their dream of aging at home as safely, as independently, and as long as possible. Now, by way of kicking off today's session, I'm going to show a brief 2-minute introductory video which gives a high-level overview of our offering. And then after our meeting, we will make this video available to you as well so you can share it with your clients. And so I'll ask you all to bear with me. I'm hoping that the audio will come through clearly on this.
Hey, Liz, the audio is
Okay,
not working.
That's what I'm hearing, that it's not. So what I may do with this, Katie, is I'll skip out of the video and then we'll send it to everyone in advance just so that they have it. And I think then that'll be better. So we'll just be very cognizant and respectful of everyone's time.
Perfect.
So,
thank you.
Sorry about that. Before we get into our product details, I want to provide you with some background and context on why we designed this solution offering. All of our employees have either been a caregiver or have had to search for caregiver services for a family member or loved one, as I'm sure many of you and many of your clients have had to do as well. And we know the majority of people want to age at home now more so than ever. Yet the emotional and financial burdens can be overwhelming, both to the individual and to their loved ones. In addition, the healthcare system is disjointed and fragmented, especially within the short-term and long-term care spaces. If you couple all of this with misunderstandings and misperceptions on what Medicare will cover, it's no wonder that there's a huge problem. Did you know that the average person will consume roughly $50,000 in unreimbursed healthcare expenditures in their lifetime, most of which is not budgeted or planned for? It's a massive blind spot for so many, one which results in having to make difficult decisions from where a loved one ages to the quality and the type of access to care that they may receive. And on a very somber note, those very expenditures are the primary reason that individuals file for bankruptcy late in life. And that's what brings us to Home Care Secure, our integrated solution, which combines an indemnity insurance product with navigational and advocacy supports to provide your clients with the tools, the resources, and the financial security to be able to age at home. At a very high level, the indemnity insurance product has available lifetime maximums ranging from $20,000 to $60,000 in $10,000 increments. The benefit's designed to pay over 50 weeks, thus leading to weekly payments ranging from roughly $400 to $1,200. And because of the indemnity nature of the product, this money is paid directly to your client. If we move over to the right-hand side, you will see the Aging at Home Association provides a robust set of tools, resources, and discounts, which we've divided into three main areas. One, which are discounts and special values for frequently used goods and services, such as prescription drugs and vision care. Second are our care coordination services, ranging from online self-service tools to help you make a plan to age at home, to personalized services by a dedicated advocate who's trained in elder care. And lastly, we have an annual well-being assessment, which we developed in partnership with Fidelity Investments, which really takes a holistic view of the individual in the areas of life, health, and money. So all of these elements work together to educate your clients on the emotional, the social, the financial, and the operational components to be able to age at home. Now, before we get in, take a deeper dive on the product, I did want to share results from some market research that we conducted with one of the nation's largest retiree exchanges. This chart illustrates respondents placed an equal value on the association benefits of support, planning, and discounts and benefits on par with that of the cash indemnity benefit. These respondents reinforced our hypothesis that Home Care Secure and the Aging at Home Association are highly valued on an individual basis. However, when you combine them, they represent a very powerful and market differentiating solution. And with that, I will turn it over to Nick to provide details on the product itself.
Great, thank you, Liz, and good morning, everyone. So we're going to spend like 3 or 4 minutes on this page, and I'm going to address the 3 questions that are likely top of mind for all of you. Namely, how do my clients qualify for Home Care Secure? What are the key product features I should be sharing with them? And how do they qualify for the cash payments? So let's work our way left to right. So first, with respect to the eligibility requirements, there are simply 2. First, your client must be age 70 through 74. And then secondly, be able to pass the 5-question simplified underwriting process. And of course, passing is the ability to answer no to each question. And you'll see in a few minutes that our health questions are very narrowly written, and we project that 85 to 90% of your or more of your clients will pass. Now focusing on the key product features, similar to other products in this category, Home Care Secure utilizes entry age pricing. So the earlier your client purchases, the lower the premium rate will be for the life of the policy. With respect to having the policy keep pace with wage inflation, there are 2 mutually exclusive options that are available: the inflation protection rider and the $10,000 buyout. So let's describe each. So the inflation protection rider, that purchase decision is made at policy issue. The interest rate is 3% simple interest beginning in the 7th policy year. And finally, there's no limit to the increase in the lifetime maximum while the policy is in force. So for example, if your client purchased a $50,000 lifetime maximum policy, after 30 years, the maximum will have grown to $86,000. Now let's contrast that with the $10,000 buy-up option. The buy-up option is available every 3 years or more. However, it's subject to a lifetime benefit maximum of $60,000. So to use the same example as with the inflation rider, if your client purchased a $50,000 lifetime maximum benefit, they would only be able to buy up once because then they would be at the $60,000 cap. Now, you'll note that the benefit maximum grades over a 5-year period. So literally on the first day of the first policy year, your client has access to 10% of their lifetime benefit maximum, and it grows over the course of 5 years. Beginning in the 6th and subsequent years, they have full access to 100% of the lifetime benefit. So what was the rationale behind offering this feature? Well, there were really three. First, it allowed for the simplified underwriting, which is set at a very low bar. Secondly, it allowed for competitive rates. And then third, while none of us can really predict our healthcare future, we do know that individuals purchase these type of policies 5 to 15 years or more before they anticipate needing the cash payments. So in these situations, effectively, the grading schedule is not applicable. And then finally, multi-episode of care coverage. So the headline here is that Home Care Secure can be used episodically over a period of time. And that period of time could be years, it could be decades. One episode of care ends when the individual recovers and does not require home health care for a minimum of just 30 days. So then that sort of leads to the next question in the last column. How does an episode of care begin? How does my client qualify for the cash payments? Well, again, there's three criteria. Number one, a licensed healthcare provider. And it's important to point out that while it can be a physician, it doesn't have to be. It could also be a registered nurse or a licensed social worker. So they must certify that the individual suffers from a physical impairment, which would be the inability to perform 2 or more of the activities of daily living, or suffers from a cognitive impairment, such as a dementia diagnosis. So that's criteria 1. Criteria 2 is that your client requires home health care services at least 3 times a week, and each of those visits is at least 1 hour in duration. And then finally, all of this is documented in a plan of care. So let's take a look at the simplified underwriting questions. So as you're reviewing the questions, let me just leave you with some thoughts. The underwriting process is simple. It yields real-time determinations at the point of application and is easily attainable. Again, note that the questions are very narrowly written. And as I mentioned earlier, we expect 85 to 90% of your more of your clients will qualify. So let me turn it back over to Liz to talk a little bit about some of the services and benefits of the Aging at Home Association.
Great, thank you. So now that we've reviewed the insurance component, we'll shift over to the association. As we've highlighted, we were very purposeful in the design of both the product and the association. And since we've been in this position ourselves, either as a caregiver or having to search for caregiver services, we know how overwhelming this process can be. And in addition, with our vast experience in the insurance industry, we've seen far too often that people don't learn about their insurance, about their benefits and what types of coverage they're eligible for until they're sick and at their most vulnerable. And this usually means that they're not equipped to be able to make the best decisions. So therefore, we wanted to bring together the tools, the resources, and the navigational supports to help individuals and their caregivers in advance of their time of need so they have increased peace of mind. Now, since many of you are very aware, Medicare does not cover expenses related to hearing, dental, and vision. And even if an individual does have prescription drug coverage, huge gaps still exist. Therefore, we wanted to ensure that our association provides these valuable benefits and discounts. So just to share a few examples, we offer free unlimited telehealth through our partnership with MD Live. Individuals can receive up to 50% discounts on dental and vision services and hardware, and up to 85% on certain brand name prescription drugs through our partnership with FairScript. All of these provide real value immediately to your clients, oftentimes totaling on average of savings of over $500 per year. Now, one of these benefits, which is truly differentiating though, involves our unique partnership with Wealthy, which provides care coordination services. And Nick has a personal story on that front that he'd like to share with the group.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. So several years ago, my dad passed away, and my mother made it very clear to my sister and I that she wanted to age in the home that she raised her family. And that worked for a few years, but then over time, it was obvious that she was becoming socially isolated. She was exhibiting memory loss, and she frankly was clinically depressed. And so something needed to be done. And like many families, I lived several hundred miles away from where I grew up and had been out of the community for decades. I wouldn't know where to turn, but thankfully I had Wealthy to turn to. So Wealthy paired me with a care coordinator, and this was an individual with a master's in social work with a focus on elder care. And we had a couple of phone conversations where I brought her up to speed on the situation and what we were trying to accomplish. And out of that discussion came a holistic care coordination plan that had three components to it. Number one, to deal with the immediate need, she identified resources in the community that would allow my mother to safely live at home. Secondly, recognizing the trajectory of my mom's health, she researched and vetted assisted living facilities and nursing homes within a 25-mile radius, but also those that had a focus on memory units. And then finally, from a financial perspective, she researched and identified a financial aid program run by the Veterans Administration with which my mom was eligible for. And so because of these efforts, my mother was able to live at home safely for an additional 2.5 years and is currently a very happy resident of one of the vetted assisted living facilities. Now, I often think about what would have happened if I did not have Wealthy. Well, three things for sure. Much anxiety and sleepless nights. We would have made mistakes. And then finally, my mother would not have lived in her home as long as she did. So I hope this experience brings to life the value that Wealthy and its care coordination services can bring to your clients in their time of need.
Great, thanks, Nick. So with the insurance and the association, what does all of this mean? So let's meet Retiring Ray, which is a persona that we created to bring these elements together and make them real for you. So Ray purchased the $50,000 policy with the inflation rider when he was 65 at a monthly premium of $109.57. Now, we were very particular about selecting this level of coverage for our example. If you recall earlier, I had mentioned the averaged unreimbursed out-of-pocket expenses are roughly $50,000. And that is an expense that 2/3 of us are going to encounter in our lifetime. So again, wanting to use these as examples to make them real for you so that you can understand the benefits and the values that comes with this offering. At the age of 80, unfortunately, Ray requires some in-home custodial care and needs to go on claim. Now, by this point, you can see Ray has made monthly premium payments in the amount of $19,700. Yet, if you look, he has an available lifetime max benefit of $63,500, which represents the $50,000 policy plus the inflation rider, translating into payments of $1,270 every week for 50 weeks. And since Ray's been a client for 15 years, he's been taking his annual assessment, he's been leveraging the available tools and resources. Ray and his family have had some of these difficult discussions, and they know what to expect from a benefit perspective, right? They have an aging at home plan in place, and now they're just focused on executing on that plan. So I hope that this example brings all of it to life to you to see how all of these elements truly provide an integrated solution. And I'll turn it back to Nick to close us out.
Great, thanks, Liz. So we respectfully believe that Home Care Secures is the home care solution that you should present to your clients. As we surveyed the landscape and compared Home Care Secure to available alternatives, we identified 4 key areas.
Yes? Well, sorry, Katie, did you have a question?
Oh, okay, I'll keep going. So there are 4, we identified 4 areas of differentiation. So first, product complexity. So let's talk about behavioral economics for a moment. Numerous studies over the years have all concluded the same thing. Too much choice leads to consumer confusion and reduced sales. So with that in mind, Home Care Secure was designed to be easy for clients to understand and easy for you to explain. There's literally two decisions that need to be made. What lifetime maximum benefit? And there's 5 choices. Do I want the inflation rider? Yes or no? So 2 decisions, 7 choice variables. You'll compare that to other solutions in the market that require up to 7 separate decisions in excess of 60 choice variables. The underwriting process. Home Care Secures is simple, immediate determination, high acceptance rates. You'll contrast that with policies in the market that require both knockout questions and/or medical underwriting. The knockout questions are generally broader, and there are more of them. Certainly gathering several years of medical and pharmacy data is inconvenient for your clients. It takes the carrier time to consider the medical claim data, and at the end of the process, it generally leads to lower acceptance rates. Home Care Secure is easier claim qualification. As I mentioned earlier, a physician, registered nurse, or licensed social worker can certify the inability to perform 2 or more ADLs or the cognitive impairment. Other products on the market use the medical necessity standard, and that can only be attested to by a physician. It's more subjective in nature and does represent a higher standard for clients to meet in order to qualify for the cash payments. And then finally, the availability of the Aging at Home Association. We established earlier that these policies will generally be enforced for 5 to 15 years or more before the cash benefit's needed. So with Home Care Secure, however, membership in the association provides your clients with immediate and ongoing value with its free unlimited telehealth visits, discounts of 50 to 85% on healthcare services, and other related features such as care coordination through Wealthy. So as you compare premiums, you'll factor into the equation that the Aging at Home Association can deliver to your clients up to several $100s a year of cost avoidance, and that's effectively a reduction in premium. And then finally, we believe that these immediate and ongoing benefits of the Aging at Home Association will serve to increase policy persistency and keep those renewal commissions coming. So let's talk about the opportunity. So why should you introduce your clients to Home Care Secure? Well, there's opportunities for your clients and for each of you. So each of you are trusted business advisors to your clients. And here's an opportunity to reinforce that position by educating them on a potential gap in their financial plan and introducing them to a solution to protect their future and give them peace of mind. We realize that your time is your most precious resource. Thus, we designed Home Care Secure to be easy for your clients to understand, affordable, experience high acceptance rates, and save time with an efficient enrollment process that takes 10 to 15 minutes to complete. So let's talk a little bit about supporting all of you. All of us at Home Care Genie, Premier, and GTL are laser focused on your success. We've developed a number of client-facing materials, such as the explainer video, which we hope you get to enjoy after today's webinar, and product brochure to assist in your marketing efforts. As well, we're going to fully leverage GTL's technology platform, including eApp, the online quoting and enrollment tool, as well as GT Link, the agent portal. And then finally, as we introduce Home Care Secure to your clients, we look forward to your suggestions as to how we may better serve you. So what's next? So those of you that are already appointed with GTL, congratulations, you're ready to now start selling Home Care Secure. For those of you that are not, here's Katie's contact information, and she and a member of her team would be happy to work with you to get you appointed with GTL and to get yourself in the market. So with that, I thank you for your attendance, and I look forward to your questions. Katie, it's all yours.
Perfect. One question was, do the rates go up as one ages?
They do not. So it's entry age pricing. They're in 5-year age bands, 50 to 54, 55 to 59, and so on. So entry age pricing, they do not change.
Another one is, can you go over the states in which this is available? I think what they're asking for is to see the map.
Sure.
And if anyone has any more questions, please feel free.
So the states in green, Home Care Secure is available today. The 3 in yellow, Iowa, Tennessee, and Texas, the product has been approved. We're just waiting for it to be uploaded into eApp, which will occur at the end of February. So Those states will be ready for quoting on or about March 1st. And the states in blue are those that we plan on filing in Q2 of this year and expect to be market ready in the third and fourth quarter of this year.
Another question, is there a cost to be a part of the Aging at Home Association?
Yes, so the Aging at Home Association membership fee is $9.99 a month. And the monthly premium that your client would pay includes both the premium for Home Care Secure as well as the $9.99 membership fee for the Aging at Home Association.
Well, perfect. I don't see any additional questions coming in. I'm just kind of waiting here a little bit. With that, I think, Liz and Nick, I think you guys answered everybody's questions. To everyone out there, again, I want to stress that if you are interested in this product, please feel free to give us a call here at Premier. We're happy to help you, walk you through. If you do have a GTL appointment and you want to just double check and make sure that that product is available in your state, if you're calling in, please feel free to do that as well. We're happy to do that. But as we have mentioned previously, if you are appointed with GTL, you will have access if it's available in the states in which you are selling. So with that, I thank everyone for joining us. Nick and Liz, thank you once again.
Yes, thank you.
If anyone is interested, we are going to do this call again on the 16th of March and go over some additional details regarding the product. So again, thank you, everyone. Stay warm and safe out there, and I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.